Hello, hello, great evening, champions. This is Tracy Randall, and I'm here today. This is the second attempt at this live video. I've had so many technical issues today, and it kind of made me think, am I supposed to do this video? Is God trying to tell me don't do it? Or, is the enemy keeping me from doing it? And I just decided I have to push through. I have to get this off my chest. I really want the caregivers, the caregiver champions, those caregivers that are taking care of family members, loved ones, mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, aunts, whatever, with Alzheimer's, dementia, or any kind of mental issue, memory issue. You guys need to hear this. So for those of you who don't know, I've been kind of Facebook blogging my journey with my mom since she came to live with me. You're not going to believe this, y'all. It has been 1 year, September 5th, 2017. So we're almost 1 year that I've had my mom live with me full-time, and I had become a full-time caregiver for my mom. And my mom doesn't know that she has Alzheimer's. I'm kind of, Susan, I know, thanks for joining me. Can you hear me this time? I think you can hear me this time. I'm actually doing this from my laptop rather than my phone because I was having technical issues. But my mom doesn't know or think she has Alzheimer's. She has no idea. She does admit that she has some memory issues. She doesn't remember things, but her excuse is, well, I never remembered anything, which was actually kind of true. But when my mom came, thanks, Susan, when my mom came to live with me 1 year ago, September 5th, she was in stage 5, 6 of Alzheimer's, and that's a pretty scary place to be in. There's actually 7 stages, and most of you know the diagnosis means that things happen pretty rapidly. I believe in the past year I've been able to help my mom stay in stage 5, 6, and maybe turn some things around. She's definitely turned around physically, but this has been one of the, if not the most difficult year of my life. And today was one of the top 5 most difficult days. And I want to share this because I know that it will help other caregivers, other people who are dealing with this issue in their home, especially when you're 24/7, and even when you're just visiting them in their home or where they live occasionally. I hear this happening to other people so much, and when it happens to you for the first time, it is so hurtful. It is so emotional. And the things, and I also want to say this, this isn't scripted, obviously. I'm going to try to keep it really short, but if as you're listening you think of someone that is a caregiver to someone with Alzheimer's, dementia, whatever, tag them, share this post. I really believe that as caregivers we need to know that other people are going through something similar battle. It really helps us. The whole point of this is not to vent, not to be angry at my circumstance or for pity, but it truly is. God is going to use me, I believe, to help other caregivers get through the daily battle that we have to face. And I think being prepared for battle is half the battle, is winning the battle. We need to have some things in our toolbox, some things in our arsenal that will prepare us for what could be ahead. Now, I am not a doom and gloom person, but I do know that, if not for a miracle, my mom is probably going to continue to progress. But a lot of people, and I want to thank you in advance if you're one of those people, a lot of people have been sending me these beautiful videos on YouTube and on Facebook of these families where maybe it's the son is taking care of his mother, or the son is taking care of his father, and it's beautiful video. There's a wonderful video of a granddaughter taking care of her grandmother and talking to her, and they're just beautiful videos, and it shows the compassion and the love that these caregivers have for their loved one. And, you know, that's all good. It's great. And I love those. They're encouraging. But I want to tell you, sometimes they make me feel like I'm just crazy. Sometimes they make me go, it's not really like that, y'all. It's so hard. And I don't know if it's my personality or what, but I do feel that I'm very equipped in times of, you know, stress and when things are happening. But and I'm healthy and I'm full of energy and I'm positive and I've got great mental things, you know, happening in my brain. I have faith. I know who God is and I know who I am because of that. But even in the strength that I have and even in my faith walk that I have, this is not easy. So what did she accuse me of today? Well, I'm going to share with you what happened this morning. I've been hurting to share it with you all day. And part of this process for me is healing. When I share this, it helps me to heal. It helps me just to think, well, maybe I'm helping someone else. The pain and the struggle and the testimony that I have, maybe, just maybe, it will help another caregiver get through their day and know that other people are experiencing the same sort of hurt and pain that is inevitable in this process, in this journey that we call Alzheimer's. Mom's in the other room. I'm just sitting here praying she doesn't come to the door, but I had to get this off my chest. So this morning, well, first of all, my mom came to live with me a year ago. In order for us to get dressed to go anywhere, she actually, we've given up our master bedroom on the walk-in level, on the ground level. She sleeps in our master bedroom now. It is now her bedroom. It's the only big bedroom in the house with a big bath. And I have my vanity there where I put on my makeup every morning. And I left my vanity in that room because when I'm putting on my makeup in the morning and getting dressed, Mom can then get dressed at the same time. And if I was not getting dressed in that room, I would come downstairs and she would still be sitting there kind of wondering what to do. So that's kind of our morning ritual as we get dressed. And this morning we were going to a luncheon. So we have our puppy dog Scout that kind of takes off some of the tension away because Mom really loves Scout and she wakes up angry, but when Scout jumps on the bed and wakes her up and tussles her around, she loves it, and Scout licks her and puts Mom in a better mood, better frame of mind. And one of the things about Alzheimer's is that you never know what's going to trigger them. Everything could be going just great, and then a song or a word or anything can trigger what I call an episode or a rant. So this morning we're putting on our makeup and she's standing over there. She likes to stand and put hers on at her mirror where her little makeup place is. And I'm putting on mine, and all of a sudden she says, "This is not going to happen again." And I know the tone. And I said, "What's not going to happen again?" Gulp. And she said, "You will not come over to my makeup and steal my makeup anymore." And I said, "What are you talking about, Mom? I haven't stolen your makeup." And I feel right now the pit of my stomach, you know. And so I mentally begin to prepare myself. Okay, where will this lead and how am I going to react to what she's about to say? And she said, "I had a brand new package of mascara over here yesterday, and you came over here and stole it." Well, I want to tell you that I do my very best to be calm and cool and just deal with those things and shrug it off. But I'm here to tell you that we are human. We are emotional. This isn't about me being a nurse or a caregiver for someone that I don't know. This is my mom who's supposed to love me and nurture me and trust me and all of those things. And I said, Mom, I didn't steal your mascara. You did have one there yesterday, and I ran out yesterday, and I went over, I knew you had one, and I said, Mom, do you mind if I take your mascara and we'll get you some more, a new package tomorrow? And you said, sure. And she said, I would never have given you my mascara. You stole it, and that's not going to happen again. And I just calmly, thought to myself, don't even let this get to you, because it's not her. It's not her. But I'm human. And what happens, I think, as a child taking care of their parent, is that all of those emotions and those things that happened so many years ago growing up start to come up to the surface. And as much as I tried this morning, I just felt it. And I remembered some incidences. I couldn't help it. My subconscious brought it to my memory of some times when she accused me of things as a teenager that I didn't do. And I wasn't perfect, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I was, but what I'm trying to explain is the emotion came up. And she kept talking. She kept digging. It was just this banter, this digging about being a thief and accusing over and over. And I said, Mom, I just really want you to stop talking about this right now, because it's really hurting my feelings, and I want you to stop. And she said, no, hell no, I'm not going to stop, because you stole something from me, and it cannot happen again. I'm going to make sure of it. So she wouldn't stop. So I felt the tears brimming in my eyes, and ironically, I was putting on my mascara that I had borrowed from her yesterday, and it was just like too much. And here it was, 9:30 in the morning. We're getting ready to leave by 10:30 to go to a luncheon that I really wanted to go to. And now I'm thinking, I don't even want you to go with me. I don't even want to be around you. I don't want this pain every single day, this fear every single day of possibly being accused of stealing your anything. So I went in the bathroom and tried to hold back the tears, and they just kept bubbling to the surface. And I got my little fan out, and I'm like blowing, going, don't cry, you're messing up the rest of your makeup. And she kept ranting in the other room. She wouldn't quit. So I finally stopped the tears, and I opened the door, and she was standing there, and she said the same thing. And I looked at her and I said, Mom, I am not going to allow you to continue to accuse me of theft. I didn't steal anything from you, but I need you to stop right now, because this has hurt me deeply. And I told her, I don't know if that's the right thing to do or not. I really don't. I'm not an expert on caregiving for Alzheimer's. I just want you to know that as a caregiver, you're going to have those emotions, and you're going to be human. And I try my best not to, to forgive immediately. I know it's not her, but it is her. And those childhood memories come back, and I question God, and I question, the future. But anyway, real quickly, I said, you're not going to talk to me like that. This is my home. You're living here, and you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm holding back tears right now. So if you want to accuse me of anything, do it later. Go call somebody else that cares, because I'm not going to listen to it. And she quit. And we got dressed. And then what's really amazing about this whole Alzheimer's deal is that 20 minutes later, they have no idea what they've just done to you or said to you. They don't. Most of the time. They forget it. And the caregiver is left with the memory, and the subconscious hurt of it. And it's not easy. I'm here to tell you, caregiver, that you have to take care of yourself. So what I did is I used the tools that I've been learning to release the fear and embrace love. So this is something that I saw recently or heard recently. It wasn't about specifically about this, but it's really helped me over the past 2 weeks since I heard this woman speak. And I'm a woman of faith. Where there's faith, there can be no fear. Where there's love, there can be no fear. So in spite of the hatefulness that we sometimes have to live with as caregivers, because Alzheimer's screws their brains up so bad, many times they think you're stealing other things from them. And I knew that. I've heard other people talk about, them accusing them of stealing their money that they probably don't even have or whatever. And it's hurtful. But I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. So I began to immediately, just in my own head, because I couldn't do it out loud, we were finishing getting dressed, and I said, I release fear from my body. I release fear from my mind. Because where there's fear, there can be no faith. Where there's fear, there can be no love. And I love my mom. I love my life. I love my role right now in this season. And as I began to think that to myself, I would have said it out loud if I could have. I felt those emotions begin to be released, and it gave me peace and comfort, and it made me feel so much better. And lately, as I go to bed at night, I have been just going through my day and saying, I release all fear. I release any hurt that anyone has, given me intentionally or unintentionally today. I release any hurt. I release any unforgiveness, and I embrace love, and I embrace faith. And I know that God is working for me and not against me. I know that God is in the midst of this chaos, and He's giving me peace and wisdom, all to do everything that I need to do in the battle that I'm in right now, in the season that I'm in. Another thing that's really helped me is not looking forward at what could happen in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm just taking every single day and cherishing every moment that's good, cherishing every moment that's not so good, and going and asking God, what is it that you have for me to grow in this moment? What growth do I need? What emotion do I need to let go of to be able to embrace love and faith? And as I'm asking God to show me that, He's showing me some pride issues. He's showing me some unforgiveness that I didn't know I had. And I'm working to release that out into the world and only bring into my being, my body, my heart, my head, my subconscious, the feeling of love and of being loved. And I know that my mother can never give me the love that a mother should be able to give their daughter because of what this disease has done to her brain. And so I have to release the fear that I'll never have that. And I'm working on that. So I really pray that this has been helpful to other caregivers. I know it's been helpful to me, and I appreciate those of you who comment or just say an encouraging word or share it and tag another caregiver, because this epidemic is getting out of control in the world that we live in. I don't have the stats in front of me, y'all, but so many more people are going to be diagnosed with this disease in the coming years. So you know my stance, and it's prevention. It's taking control of, and one of the things that happens with the caregiver is that if we don't take care of ourselves first, if I didn't stop it, walk away from it. If Mom hadn't have stopped, I would have had to walk away. if I didn't do that, then I'm not protecting myself to be strong and healthy. And I have to be selfish. I have to be selfish as a caregiver to not allow negativity to enter my brain and enter my space. And so I fill my room upstairs with praise music and devotionals and prayer and just calming oils and all of those things that help me to release the stress of it and be able to handle it. So again, thank you for listening and being a part live if you were here. And give me some love later. Give me some comments. Share. I think other caregivers need to know that it's not always pretty, and that those videos that we see on YouTube where, it's so wonderful what these people are doing for their loved ones, that we don't have to fit into that mode. I'm very good to my mom. I take care of her. I'm loving. But sometimes those videos, I think, put expectations on us that that we're just supposed to spend the rest of our days nurturing that. And I don't know. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you. I release fear. I release hurt and pain today, and I embrace love and faith. Bye, everybody.